Hey, what's up, boys? It's Cigarette Tony. I've been getting over a flu for the last couple weeks, so I'm playing catch up on some of Joe Guerrero's insane bullshit that he's been putting on this channel lately. A lot of slop content. See, Long Money Joe just can't get enough slop content. So what he's doing lately is casting a very wide net out there to a bunch of poor souls. And what he's essentially doing is what you already know. He's putting out some bullshit ad in the penny saver or whatever, and he's trying to say, oh, you know, look at me. I have I got a million subscribers YouTube channel. You should come on my channel and I could make you famous. We could get a GoFundMe going and you're just going to be styling with Long Money Joe. And you know that fucking chicks like this just fucking eat that shit up, bro. But there's a couple major issues with your story here, and I'm gonna rip this shit the fuck apart. Because I've listened to the whole thing multiple times, and I've got about 3 pages of notes here that I want to go through. And I'm gonna fucking just absolutely rip this shit the fuck apart. And I got news for you, Malaysia. If you didn't like the comments in that video, you're gonna fucking hate this video. You're gonna fucking hate it. And that's exactly why I started this whole channel. Is because your little fucking lame-ass fat fucking friend there, Joe, he tries to fucking censorship everything in his channel. We don't do that over here on the afterFATshow. We keep it real fat. Alright. Anyway, let's just fucking jump into it. And fucking listen to this bitch's fucking tale of insanity.
It's Malaysia, correct?
Yes.
Every time I see your name, I think Malaysia. I just want to make sure.
Malaysia, Jaquanda, you know, it's all the same to me. It's all the same to Long Money Joe. Jesus Christ, Joe, it's the name of a country. You know how to say Malaysia. Did you go to high school, Joe? You didn't graduate high school.
At the proper pronunciation of it.
What proper pronunciation? Malaysia. It's a country. Malaysia.
But beautiful name.
Thank you.
And pleasure to get a chance to meet you.
You too.
Bet you're glad you got to meet me.
Before we even begin, you see this little setup that we've got right here in this park. What do you think of this? Is it weird? Is it uncomfortable at all?
No.
Feels like big money, don't it, Malaysia? You think you're hot for Long Money Joe. You're thinking about flicking your bean, ain't you, Malaysia?
Right.
We've got a couple of people working right beside us. And they ain't paying us no mind.
They just waved at you. They just waved.
We come together because I posted an ad about looking for stories of people who have dealt with hardships or currently are dealing with hardships in their life. You responded to that ad.
Looking for fame.
Already begun to share with me off camera some pretty detrimental hardships that you're dealing with.
Yes.
She shares some, quote, detrimental hardships, but she also leaves out some pretty key details, yeah? I mean, that is if she's wanting aid or people to back her, as she's said.
I don't want to put words in your mouth.
He wants to put something else in that mouth, Malaysia.
I give you the opportunity to introduce yourself and share anything that you would like to share.
Okay. So I want to start off by saying my name is Malaysia Bray. I am 27.
27.
I was born and raised in Norfolk, Virginia.
Okay.
I have 3 kids.
3 kids at 27.
2 are living. 2 daughters.
Wait, whoa. 3 kids, 2 that are living. Let me see here. At a minute 35, she talks about how her son dies. At a minute 50, she talks about how her daughter's father died and then got killed. At 2:29, she won't explain the death. She won't explain either death. Okay, let's just go.
I'm 4. Well, my youngest daughter will be 5 tomorrow. I had a son. His name was Zaire Ben. He was only a month before he passed. I had him February the 11th, and he died April the 9th.
Say that he passed. Say he passed. Say he's no longer with us. Don't use the term died. That's a little cold, don't you think? You're the kid's mother, and that's a little cold. I wouldn't use that term, and I'm not related to the kid.
Got killed, which is April the 16th, 2019.
Got killed, huh?
I've been ready to tell my story for a while now, but I don't really have the right people around me.
You've really got the right people around you now, Malaysia. You got Long Money Joe and fucking Brett Jellicoe and that fucking bum that hangs out with Jellicoe, the Duck Dynasty fucker that does meth, Lucky. Yeah, I'd say you've got some real winners around you there, fucking sweetheart.
A lot of people judge me.
That's life. People judge me too.
I just kept it all boiled in for 5 years until the day my son passed away, and I just felt like I wasn't able to really.
That was not my phone, by the way. I think that was hers.
When my son passed away, just like life hit a little different. Like everything was like taken from me. It's like my whole world.
Okay. Well, I mean, you have to elaborate, though.
Crashed down on me. My son passed away, and I didn't even get a chance to say goodbye because he wasn't with me the night he passed away. He was with his father.
Okay, so the baby was not with you. It was with the baby's father. Okay. Okay, are you gonna like continue on?
I'm telling the story, but my mind just be all over the place, so I really don't even be knowing where to start at.
As a
like
fucking
I said,
jet,
my daughter's father,
cruises by.
He got killed in April 2019, and that was a tragic moment for me as well because.
Wait, whoa. Your daughter's father. So your kids have different fathers. No offense, but not a surprise. Hearing that he died, I mean, I find it a little odd that you're immediately opening up with two completely unrelated, with two deaths and then two completely unrelated deaths at that. It kind of seems like this is like immediately like a fucking just like boom trauma dump, which, I mean, yeah, that's what it is. But just take a listen.
I was actually able to witness him laying on the ground dead, and I didn't see any type of blood or anything. I mean, our oldest daughter was just with him like literally 10 minutes ago before it happened. Before it had happened, I ran down the street and seen him just laid there with a sheet covered over him.
Okay.
And I was just so in denial.
You see that right there, Joe? You see that? That's where you need to fucking maybe. That's what should have caught your eye. Get a fucking real job and quit fucking terrorizing fucking homeless people and fucking other degenerates just looking for money.
One police officer and one, she was a female. And I'm just asking and screaming like, can you pick him up? Can y'all please take him to the hospital? I knew for a fact like he was just gone, but in my mind at the same time, I didn't want to believe it.
Okay, but you're not elaborating onto any of this. You open up, you say, my son died. My daughter's father also died. I ran down the street and saw him dead on the ground. There was no blood. He had a sheet over him. I told the cops to get him up and take him to the hospital. Like, what am I supposed to take from this information? This is just a bunch of random information.
Actually seeing him laid there. I got blamed for his death.
Okay, you got blamed for his death. That's very odd. Do you want to explain why? Why were you blamed for his death? Explain that to me. I need to know why you were blamed for his death. Tell me.
Instead of people like actually, reaching out to me to make sure that I'm okay, I got blamed for his death, and to this day, I just really don't understand why.
Okay, but you got to explain to me why you got blamed for the death. You got to explain. You have to. Believe it or not, you have to. Because you can't just put this information out publicly and expect a bunch of random strangers to give you support, whether that be morally, spiritually, monetarily, or otherwise, without maybe answering a few questions. I'm not going to just blindly support you. I don't know you from Adam. I don't fucking know you from anybody. You could be a fucking scam artist for all I know, which, quite frankly, I think that you are, but I'll leave that up to everybody else to decide.
Why nobody really supported me and my daughters as much as we needed it.
It's not their job to support
Why
you.
he had to die, and he barely was around because he was locked up most of our daughter's life.
Why he had to die, he barely was around. He was locked up most of my daughter's life. What are you saying? Like, what are you saying? So, I mean, did you really, like, what am I supposed to take away from that? Are you bitter that you weren't getting, so you weren't even really getting support when he was alive? So now that he's dead, I mean, is it really affecting you that deeply? I mean, no offense, but it doesn't really seem like you've picked the best men to be around, and it seems like you've continued to make terrible decisions. You're hanging out with fucking Long Money Joe.
Why he only get to spend 4 months with my child, with our child. Why my youngest daughter, whose birthday is tomorrow, was never able to see her father. Why I had to go through these things. I'm still lost on it.
Hey, Malaysia. She didn't pick her father. You picked her father.
And I just want justice, help.
You want justice. You want justice, do you? Oh, I bet. I bet you do. What does justice look like to you, Malaysia? Does it look like a big, nice, juicy GoFundMe? Is that what you want? I think that's what you want.
With some support.
I know you do.
I've been
I know you
for
do.
5 years, just actually really doing everything I knew to do. Not saying it was right, but I was just doing everything that I knew to do for my kids.
Stealing?
With little so help. And when I say little so help.
Bullshit. You don't need to steal. There's fucking food pantries. There are so many things that you can do nowadays to take care of kids that you don't need to fucking steal. Get the fuck out of here with that. I don't want to hear that.
But that's really what I meant. Because I wouldn't even be in this situation right now if I really had the support and help for me and my kids.
If other people would take care of me, I wouldn't be in this situation. It's everyone else's fault. I'm only a 27-year-old.
I'm not going to take credit from the ones who did help, but like I said, it was little so help. I had to get up.
But I'm not going to give credit to the people who helped me either. It was only a little help, so fuck them, right?
Every day, and be a mom, come home and be a mom.
Man, damn. How dare you have to be a mom when you decided to be a mom?
Scruggle,
too.
And I was just only 22.
Oh, and you were only a legal adult.
So I just feel like I said, I'm 27 now, and I just feel like my 20 years has been so rough.
Yeah, you're right. Your 20s years should have been nothing but fucking hoeing around, fucking smoking weed, fucking partying, fucking living it up, fucking hoeing off. Fuck yeah, bro. You're right. That's all it ever should have been. Fuck them kids.
Well, thank God I'm so strong-headed.
Strong? Yeah, you are strong-headed.
That I can still wake up every day. Just keep it pushing, but I am not okay at all.
No, we know. I know. I can tell.
5 years later, I got pregnant.
Oh, imagine that, guys. Huh. But you're strong-headed, though. You knew how to handle that, right?
And I had my son, a baby, a little boy that I was wishing to have. Every chance I got pregnant.
I bet.
And God finally blessed me with him this year. And he also took him away from me in the same year. Again, his name is Zaire Ray Ben. My baby was born February 11th.
Wait, you named your kid Zaire Ray-Ban? I must have heard that wrong. There's no way.
For the night. Last year, on May the 14th, on Mother's Day, I was staying with my oldest two daughters' father, the one who got killed. I was staying with his grandparents.
Oldest two daughters. I can't even follow this half of it. Okay, sure, fine. You're staying with your homie's fucking grandparents or whatever. Okay.
And it was Mother's Day.
Okay.
And all I can remember is some of his family coming over, because that's what they do every holiday.
Yeah, that's how holidays are.
And I was just getting myself ready for Mother's Day. Like, I deserve it.
Yeah.
I'm a mother too.
Yep.
I had a little problem over the phone, me and my mother and her boyfriend. It was nothing serious, but my voice is so loud, so people kind of think that I'm fussing when I'm not. I get outside just to get a fresh air, because I got my daughters right for Mother's Day. We just ready to leave, but I'm just outside chilling, talking to my son's father. We just
talking. So you're outside. Let me get this straight. You're outside your daughter's baby daddy's grandparents' house after arguing with your mother on Mother's Day, talking to your son's father, who is a different man that you had a child with. Do I have that correct?
On FaceTime talking. I get outside and my daughter's father, his cousin, and I'm not gonna say names up here, but his cousin was there. And he was just real aggressive. He was just like, why you so disrespectful? Why you being disrespectful at my uncle's house talking to another man?
Lady, do you not see how disrespectful that is? You're at one man's fucking family's house talking to another man that you had a child with. You don't see how that might kind of piss people off a little bit, right? Yeah. Fucking homeboy's fucking cousin was fucking shitty because he thinks you're out there fucking around on him. Yeah, he fucking called you on your shit. I would have done the same thing. And I would like to think that any fucking self-respecting, loyal friend or family member would have done the same thing. I'd have called you on your shit and you would have gotten the fuck out of there.
But I've been told them, like, I didn't have anything. I've been told him, because we just had a talk like 2 days ago, that I'm dealing with someone else. He was all cool with it. So yeah, he just bucking, you disrespectful. I wish my cousin ain't died. I wish it was you. I wish he ain't had no kids by you. He took my phone out my hand and threw it. And I'm so in defensive mode. Like I said, my daughter's father, he got killed. So I really don't have nobody out here but myself. So I'm gonna always defend myself in the best way that I know.
So you don't have anybody. You're openly talking about fighting with family. You're openly disrespecting the man that you were with while like chatting with a fucking ex, like right in front of his fucking family, which is just insane to me. I can't even fathom that. After he died, nonetheless. And then fucking here she is like, oh, nobody supports me. I'm all fucking, oh, it's all about me. Nobody will fucking help me. Oh my God, poor me. Man, sounds to me like everybody's kind of distanced themselves away from you for a fucking reason, lady.
So I snapped out. I'm just like, give me my phone. He threw it. Whatever he told my son father, it triggered him.
Yeah? Why did it trigger him? Why do you think? What, did he figure out some fucking unknown truth that you weren't fucking keeping? See, you're the type of person, I can fucking tell what you're like, fucking Malaysia. You're the type of person that looks at like, oh, well, if it's not lying, I'm just not telling the truth. Lying and not telling the truth is the same goddamn thing, Malaysia. You're fucking full of shit.
We just going back and forth. He's saying so much harsh things. He like, and I believe you the one that got my cousin set up to get killed. It's Mother's Day, y'all, man, y'all. Like, and I was just so shocked because I'm just like, whether they like me or not, they see how hard I go for my daughters. Like, they see that I'm the only one for real for my kids. Like,
are you? You're a broken and homeless mother, according to this. I mean, you can't be going that fucking hard. I mean, you're out recording a fucking video with Long Money Joe in the middle of the goddamn day instead of working a job. So, I mean, how fucking hard could you really be going?
I'm not the best mom ever, but they see
No one said you were.
I put full effort in making sure that my daughter's good.
You're the only one who thinks
so
that.
Long story short from that, we got into an occasion. He put his hands on me.
An arcation? It's an altercation. Altercation.
And I smacked his hand away. I just felt ambushed that day.
I bet.
A lot of more things happened.
A lot of more things?
To the point where his grandparents had put me out, me and my daughters out.
So his grandparents kicked you the fuck out. Imagine that. Oh, those horrible fucking people. God damn them. It's you against the world, Malaysia. Everybody's just so awful.
We really did not have anywhere to go. The next option at this...
I just want to say, for them to kick you out knowing that you have your daughter with you, I mean, that fucking says a lot, man. Like, they had to be really fucking sick of your shit.
Point was to go to my sister's house. So we went out for Mother's Day. We had a ball. The next day, I stayed at my sister's house that night, me and my kids. The next day, I go to the house hoping like they understood that I ain't have nothing, like I didn't plan none of that stuff to happen. I go there, try to, use the key, and they already had changed the locks, and I was just...
Yo, they changed the locks on your ass. They changed the fucking locks. I left that out of the notes. Wow, they're really fucking sick of your fucking ass.
Like, dang, like, that's when my world just crashed. That's when my world just crashed, and now you just...
Don't be a cunt. Then don't be a cunt.
Come June, I could just remember one night I'm just sitting on the phone. No, one night I wake up early in the morning, it's like 4 o'clock. I wake up and I go take a pregnancy test because something just telling me I won't, like, your body can tell.
Really, Malaysia? Really? So you're homeless. You're homeless. You have no job. You have no money. You have no one supporting you. And you're still running around and having unprotected sex. Like, really, Malaysia? Yeah. See, this right here, this is why you don't get my support. This is why you don't get any fucking sympathy. And I guarantee you've gotten very little support and sympathy from this video in general. I've seen the comments. It's not great.
You was wrong. So I went and took a pregnancy test. And when I took that pregnancy test, within like 30 seconds, it came back that I was pregnant. So I called my son's father and let him know. And I was just so lost. I didn't know what to do. Like, and we struggled. When I say we, I mean me and my son, because my daughters...
You struggled?
Even though they was here and there, they still was in good care. But me...
So they weren't in your care, is what you're telling me. They weren't in your care. Which is probably why your daughter was with the fucking homeboy, and yeah, okay.
And my son struggled.
Struggled? They struggled, everybody.
I wasn't getting along with too many people. So I really
imagine that. You weren't getting along with too many people. Can't imagine why.
Where to go but my sister's house, and she had her own things going on too. And you know how it is when you stand at someone else's house, you bump heads and stuff like that.
She got sick of your shit too? Huh.
People don't want to see you there.
No. I mean, I don't even want to see you on my fucking screen.
So yeah, whole year, well, whole summer up until now, I was just moving from house to house. I literally got bags of clothes everywhere, like literally everywhere. I had my son, and I was just so happy until the next day. I realized the day after we gotta go home, and I'm just like, I barely even got a home for him to go to. We were staying at my mother's house.
So, I mean, I'm not trying to be a fucking asshole. I'm really not. But, like, in that case, do you really think that you're the best person to raise a newborn baby? I mean, do you think that you are? Because I would say no. If I didn't have a home, if I'm a woman and I have a child and I can't afford to take care of him, I don't have a home to take him to, and I know it's going to be a living hell, I'm gonna let that child have a chance at a better life than what I could give him or her, and I would put him up for adoption. I mean, you know, you could think whatever you want of me for that, but at the end of the day, that child, you know, if you really love that child, you would have given that child an actual chance for a life instead of just doing whatever the fuck you're doing now, dicking around on a fucking bench with long money goddamn Joe.
I was supposed to be due February the 20th, but I ended up having him February the 11th because they said my baby was not getting enough oxygen in my stomach and that he's ready to come out. I had a doctor's appointment February the 9th, and they told me that I was getting induced that same day. And I'm just like, wow. I didn't have a baby shower for him. I barely even had any money. Me and his father was struggling like to get him clothes and stuff like that. We barely even had anything because we were still living house to house trying to, you know, survive every day for ourselves and the kids.
Then why are you running around having unprotected sex? Explain that to me. Because, I mean, for fuck's sake, Malaysia, you could get a condom from a fucking gas station bathroom for a fucking roll of quarters. A roll of fucking 4 quarters will get you a fucking rubber. I mean, Jesus Christ. Like, how fucking irresponsible can you be?
February 9th came, and I'm just like, wow, I don't have anything. I don't have nothing for this baby. But being a mother...
Because you're not a mother.
Kick in is just like...
You need to stop calling yourself a mother. You're not a mother. You're not. You're not a mom.
He don't have anything, but I'm gonna make a way for him to. So I apologize too, but I apologize to God because I know it's a sin. But
you don't give a fuck.
I didn't have any money, but $50 to my name.
Oh, only $50. She only had $50 to her name. Lordy.
Went to Walmart, and I used that $50 wisely, and most of the other things.
How much you want to bet it was not used wisely?
I just had to get it on my own, like
steal.
It may sound crazy, but I'm a mother, so I had to go steal most of everything my baby got besides his clothes, because my mother made sure he had.
No excuse whatsoever. No excuse. There are tons of fucking poor mothers out there, poor families in general. And they have to struggle to get by. Yeah. But there's things like food pantries out there. And there's fucking... Dude, there's so many places out there and so many resources that will help you nowadays that you don't need to steal. That's bullshit. I don't buy that for a fucking second.
A lot of clothes. But like the bottles, the pacifiers, all this stuff. Everything, blankets and all that stuff. I literally had everything for my son to come home to.
You literally had it?
Nothing. That same day I had everything. And I know it's wrong, but I just look at it like God got me, because there's no way in here I walked into Walmart with just $50 and came out with so much stuff for this.
She thinks that God gave her the power to steal. As a matter of fact, I even wrote that down in my notes. Yeah. She thinks that she's God's fucking chosen one, apparently, and that God helped her fucking steal shit. She thinks that God wanted her to steal that shit, I guess. That's like a fucking symptom of like psychosis, from what I've understood. When you think that God has labeled you like some sort of chosen one, that's usually a symptom of schizophrenia. No shock.
This little boy. When I had him on the 11th. I was in labor with him for 12 hours. They had to induce me, so that labor was like different from all my other kids. Like,
imagine saying that at 27.
They broke my water. They put some medicine in me so I can dilate. And once they they put some medicine in me so I can dilate, and I was only dilated 3 centimeters for a long time. But I could just remember me sleep, and I could just feel the pain coming back and forth, like these like a minute apart. You know, contractions usually like 2, 5, but these was like back to back. So I called the nurses in the hospital, in the room, like, this pain I can't take it. Can I get the epidural? So they came in there, gave me the epidural, and I swear this all happened within minutes after I got the epidural.
Shout out to that epidural.
They gave me an epidural. I rushed for like 5 minutes, but the pain just constantly coming. It's like I can really feel my baby coming up out of me. So I called the nurses in again. I'm like, I think he's ready to come. So they checked my cervix. Once they checked my cervix, now I'm at 6 centimeters, but I'm in more pain after they checked my cervix, and they go check it again. Now I'm 9 centimeters. Like literally, it just happened that fast. I'm 9 centimeters now. I'm ready to push, and I was just so scared because I'm just like, oh, this happened so fast. 3 pushes, my baby was here, but he came out with a weird noise. Like he was breathing so funny. He was like, and all the doctors looked at each other like this is not normal. Like they never heard a baby come out like that. And I'm not used to it either. Like I got 2 kids already. So they put the little suction in his nose and his mouth to clear him out. And he was just fine. Like he just laid on me, y'all. He just laid on me. And I cannot make this up. When I lay him on my chest, it's like he took his arm and just held me like this, like, I don't know, it's just a feeling that I got from him. And I was just like, I know I took you through a lot, baby, but we gonna get through this journey. Like, we gonna get through it. We gonna get the help we need. Like, mommy is gonna fight. We gonna fight. Like, we don't have no choice but to fight.
I mean, or, check this out. You could get a job. You could, get involved in a program. You could maybe seek some form of government aid. That
baby laid on me, and I just knew he was a soldier. He barely cried. They picked my baby up and took him to like a little crib. They give him his shots and weigh him and stuff. They gave him his shots. My baby only made a noise like, ouch. And cried just a little teeny bit, but it shocked the doctors because they was just like, wow, like this is a strong baby. We don't get too many babies like this, like. And I just keep getting signs. I'm like, yeah, my baby good. Like he gonna be okay. Like this is my miracle baby. The next day, I'm already knowing the nurses, WIC. Social service, everybody just coming in. You know how it is after you have a baby to sign off on the birth certificates, to talk about what type of milk and all that stuff, to take pictures and everything. So they come in, and I just bawl in tears because one person stood out and was like, are you guys homeless? So and I'm just like, well, we staying with my mother, but at the same time, we are homeless because we don't have a room. We just really staying in her living room, me and my 3 kids.
Okay, but you were staying with your mom, though. That doesn't make you homeless. That's kind of fucked that you just, like, straight up lied to these people.
So I'm just like, I don't even want to go to her house. She has a dog in the living room. I don't even want to go to her house.
See, what she wants, and you're going to find this is a running theme in this, what she ultimately wants out of all of this, she wants somebody to just hand her a fucking house. She wants somebody to just hand her a house and or money. That's what this is all about. That's what this is all going to boil down to, and this whole fucking conversation keeps circling back around to this over and over again.
Is it somewhere like y'all can send me and my kids? Like, I just feel like it's not safe for him. It's already cold. It's February. It's cold.
You just said you're staying in your mom's.
Space, nothing for real. So they're telling me to call.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry you don't have your own fucking bedroom, but I mean, you're staying at your mom's. Like, what do you want? You're the one that decided to have fucking 3 kids at 27. I mean, you're the one running around having unprotected sex without a fucking a home or money or any of this shit. I mean, going back and forth between two dudes and fucking pissing everybody off. Like, you know, you're the one making these decisions.
The hotline for kids, women's cries. And I didn't mention too, when I was pregnant, I was trying to get some shelter. All the shelters turned me down. A lot of people couldn't stand. They couldn't take me because I was pregnant, or they couldn't take me with 2 kids. And I had to come alone, or they don't have any beds available. So I was pregnant, struggling. Literally. Me, my 2 kids, and my son father. So we go home. Once we go home, me and my son father, his mother said that she was gonna help. Like, her oldest grandson is not in Virginia, so she was happy for me to have a little boy. And she was just happy for him. She didn't mind helping. She did not mind, y'all. Like, I really appreciate her for that, because she really did not mind helping. Anytime I needed a break or had to handle some things, she'll really get him for me, and I really appreciate that. But it hurts more because I just wish I could have spent more time. I wish she was with me. I want to get more into detail, but this is sum everything up. Like, you will get an understanding of what really happened.
I bet you I don't.
Like I said, I just had a baby, so I'm trying, and I got 2 other kids.
We know.
It's a new year, so I'm trying to get things situated. And I didn't have no support for him. So that baby besides his other grandmother, so she was the main one usually getting him.
Oh my God.
While me and the daddy go handle business, or if I gotta handle anything.
What is handling business? So were you working a job, or does handling business mean stealing? Does it mean, in my years of running around, my running around with less than reputable characters throughout my past, usually handling business would entail drug dealing, stealing, fighting, bullshit, essentially.
Sometimes I stay over there with him, because it felt more comfortable over there than where we was at. But
so
y'all know how it is, father, when you have a baby, sometimes the mother and the father don't always see eye to eye no more. So me and him kind of like going at it. We both going through
wow, imagine that. The guy that you just had a kid with already can't fucking stand you. Oh, wow. Imagine that. 2 mentally ill people get together, fuck without rubbers, and create a fucking child that has absolutely fucking no bearing on any of this shit, and some poor soul gets fucking pulled into this situation against his will. Good job!
Tragic moment right now. We really don't have nowhere to stay, so we bumping heads a lot.
The real fucking victim in all of this is your kids, not you.
A lot of things that happen. We
Come on, let's get this going.
Fussing a lot. I'm just over it. Postpartum kicked in.
Post what?
Just
postpartum?
Really over it. So I remember.
We got a couple fucking scholars between this one and fucking Long Money Joe. Jesus Christ.
It's just me and my oldest daughter and my son, because my youngest daughter was at school.
We know! Your oldest daughter, your fucking son. We know.
So, I just remember taking my daughter and my son to bed, getting them right so we can go outside and see the eclipse. It felt good outside this day too, and it was just a lot of people outside. So I took my baby outside to see the eclipse. But like I said, I'm going through postpartum depression, so it can kick in at any minute. My baby was not a crybaby, but at the same time he was just so spoiled. You had to hold him just for him to be okay. And at this moment, I'm like, I gotta do him like all my other kids. I gotta just let him cry. but his crime is like a sad type of cry and make you want to pick him up. It just make you want to, hold him and love on him. But I was just so irritated this day because it's like, dang, man, like, I haven't had a kid in 5 years, y'all, so it was just so new to me.
What? What? I haven't had a kid in 5 years, so it was just so new to me. What? Okay, sure. Go ahead and cook, queen. Go ahead.
I'm telling his sister, like, give him his pacifier. I gotta let him cry. I can't keep holding him. Like, I got things I gotta do, too.
I bet you did.
His daddy was not around. He was out handling the business. He had the car. And I just feel so bad to this day because his daddy was really out handling business that day. And me being miserable and evil, I did not want, like, I just wanted us to ride around too, like to get out the house to get some fresh air. Like,
miserable and evil. And so she's saying that he's out, quote, handling business, and that she wanted to, quote, ride around too. That tells me that your handling business was probably not going to work at the local gas station. Handling business was probably, like I said, stealing or selling drugs. Not something you should maybe go along with or take your kids on a ride for, huh, Malaysia? Nah.
Oh no, I just feel like a father got it easier than a mother.
Oh, yeah?
And I wanted him to come get his son. Like, I wanted him to come get him.
Fucking tell that to the courts, Malaysia.
So I could get myself together. My mother get there and I'm just crying, the baby crying.
Imagine that shit.
My daughter trying her best. And I'm just like, Mom, can you please get him?
Your daughter's being the most mature one out of the fucking group. I mean, the baby's a literal baby. But what the fuck is your excuse? I mean, Jesus Christ, you look like you're fucking melting down into like some like fucking generic version of goddamn Whoopi Goldberg in front of my eyes.
I can take a walk.
Oh, so you pawned your kid off on some fucking rando. Real nice.
I'm like, Mom, can you please get him so I can take a walk? I just need to clear my head, Mom. I cannot do this no more. Can you just please get him? And she like, Malaysia, I'm gonna help you as much as I can, but this is your baby. This is your responsibility. And I'm just like, Mom, I just want to walk.
Okay, but you're living in her house. She's already fucking like putting up with your shit, letting you fucking sleep in her fucking quarters. You realize she's got to wake up every day and see you in her fucking living room raising kids and shit. And she's got to know the deal, right? I mean, you've had fucking 3 of them in fairly rapid succession. 5 years is not a very long time. I mean, and by multiple men at that. And it seems like her life is just nothing but fucking drama and bananas. So I don't really blame her for not wanting to tolerate this shit.
I just want to clear my head. But she walked in on me and the father fussing over the phone, so I'm guessing she's thinking like, I just want to go out and fuss with him and stuff like that. But really, mentally, my mind is stuck on I have a baby, a newborn baby, 2 other kids, and we barely have anywhere to sleep. Like, we barely got anything. Like, I'm mentally messed up behind that. Not because he out, but I was miserable. I cannot lie, but it was not more so that the baby was just crying. He just kept crying.
Okay, that's what babies do. They cry. That's what they do. And you chose to have one. And you chose to keep it. And you chose to take it home to your mother's house where you knew you were going to have to go. You could have given him up for adoption, and you could have given him a chance at a better life with people that could have actually taken care of him, not fucking going out to Walmart and fucking stealing shit.
Just kept crying.
Well, goddamn him, huh?
And I said something.
Get ready for this. This is where she really shines through as the real hero of this story.
And it stormed out the door that I wish I never said. I was just like, Mom, I didn't even want him. Knowing deep down in my heart, I really did want that little boy.
But the words came out of your mouth. I've never in my life said something that I didn't at least somewhat mean.
I really did want him. I miss him. I wish he could come back. I wish I could hold him again. And my mama just kept saying, like, Malaysia, don't say that. Don't say that. The tongue is powerful. Not thinking.
For real.
I'm mentally messed up. So I was not really in the right state of mind to think about, like, yeah, the tongue.
Yeah, now you're in the right state of mind, though. You understand now, though.
You or that person. My homegirl came to pick me up because I'm like, at this point now, I want to start anything. Like, I'm just irritated. So I got my son. I went to his daddy to go get the car. I go get the car. Me and his daddy go back and forth. He basically mad at me because I got the baby out and it's cold.
Imagine that. Yeah, fuck yeah. I mean, imagine that shit. Yeah, he probably is fucking mad. You're out fucking running around screaming and fucking acting like a retard with a goddamn baby.
His car seat and everything. So we go back and forth. He give me the keys to the car. We left. And I'm like, I'm not driving my car home. Like, my mind is not right. I can't drive by myself with my son. Anything
hell no, somebody should drive for me. I'm a fucking queen.
I'm like, I drive, we get in a car crash, we both gone, or he die. Me and my homegirl took us to his other grandmother's house, which is his father's mother. I go knock on her door and I can just remember like it was yesterday. I'm knocking, I'm crying. And she like, what's wrong, Malaysia? I'm just like, can you please just get up on me for a while?
Whoa. She went to her mother. Her mother said, I cannot take this baby from you right now. I am busy. This is your child. You need to handle this. So what does she do? She tells her mom, I never wanted the kid. Then she snatches him up, fucking takes off, and fucking pawns him off on the kid's other grandmother. What the fuck? Like, how am I supposed to have sympathy for you, bitch?
Please, so I could just get my head right. Don't nobody want to get him for me. Can you please just get him?
Okay, you don't have fucking time to get your head right. This is life. Jesus fucking Christ, lady. You chose to have the baby. It's yours.
Not in the right state of mind right now. She was just like, yeah, bring him in. I told you.
Oh my fucking God.
So she has him for me.
Train wreck. Fucking train wreck.
Ooh. So she has him. She was watching him for me. And I just go home. It's just me and my oldest daughter. My youngest daughter is staying with my sister at this time because she's going to a different school in her district. So it's just me and my my oldest daughter home. Later on that night, April the 8th, his daddy shows up to the house. And I guess he got him. And you know how that is when if you a parent and your child has a child, and you watching them and you come in the house, you know the grandma is going to either give you the baby, or later on give you the baby. So I guess that's what she did. She gave him his son. And that's the last day. No, before I gave my baby, before I gave the grandma my baby, something told me in my mind to kiss this little boy.
Whoa. So you just dropped the baby off and then just said, fuck it. So this guy basically had to find out that you just dropped his kid off with his mom. And he just basically had to fucking deal with it from there. Real nice. You're a great mother, Malaysia. Nice job.
Time to say I love you. But I always got another side of my mind telling me that that's not true. So that's what I believe. I went with that instead of going with my first.
Yeah, it's called having a split personality. It's called being schizophrenic.
I didn't kiss him. I didn't hug him. I didn't do nothing. I just dropped him off.
Yeah, it's because you're a sociopath.
The next day I was coming back to get my baby, and he was gonna be okay.
The next day, huh?
I just knew he was gonna be okay.
You need to mute your fucking phone. You are in an interview with Long Money Joe. Do you not understand what that means? You're doing an interview with the Long Money Joe. He gets fucking front row tickets to AA hockey games. I don't know if you knew this, but tickets to those games cost fucking $50 a pop for behind the glass seats. And that's Long Money Joe, bro.
But I went home and I slept so peacefully that night. Like, I didn't hear anything. Like, I just went home, went to sleep.
Pawn your babies off and you will sleep so peacefully.
I didn't hear nothing. I don't even remember having a dream that night. That's how peaceful everything was. I missed the alarm, but something told me to wake up for this call. His grandma was calling me, and I woke up instantly. Like, something my instinct said, you gotta wake up for this call. I woke up, and when I woke up, all I could just hear her crying, breathing hard. She just like, Malaysia, the baby. So I had to really process my mind. I'm like, what about the baby? When I said that, my daughter instantly jumped up crying. Like, she just cried. I look at her while she crying. I'm just like, what the hell is about to go on? So I'm like, calm down. What's going on? What's wrong with my baby? She like, Malaysia, the baby is gone. The baby is gone.
Well, I mean, one, she was probably crying because I get the vibe that all you do is scream and cry and bitch and fight and be loud and fucking start shit with people. It's her whole life. It's all she knows from you.
And I'm like, oh, what do you mean my baby gone? Like, what you mean? So I still had to process. My mama, everybody run out the rooms. Everybody just snapping and crying. I'm trying to be sane, like, keep my head on a swivel. I'm just trying to think positive. I'm like, man, ain't no way. It's April the 9th.
Yeah, it's April the 9th, man.
Before my daughter's father died.
Yeah, man.
There's no way in hell God about to do this to me.
Yeah, God.
So
God. You think God chose to do? Listen, man, God does not fucking just choose people and fuck with them. That's literally like a degree of mental illness if you honestly believe that.
My mama friend come. He hurry up and come. And he took me to the hospital. He rushed me. I finally get a call from my son's father. And he like, Malaysia, I love you, baby. I love you so much. I'm like, Raekwon, is my baby okay? Like, is he okay? He like, he gonna be okay. Malaysia, they trying their best. They trying everything they can to help you. They help him, I mean. I'm just like, please tell me my baby good. Raekwon, just tell me he okay.
Raekwon the chef.
And I could just
You God, Ghostface Killer.
Tell me the wrong thing.
METHOD.
Well, he don't really want to tell me the truth because he know it's gonna break me down. But the whole way there, I'm just praying. I'm like, God, my daughter's father died April.
Okay. Okay, but those deaths aren't connected, though.
Oh, my daughter's father died April the 16th. God, you can't do this to me.
What does that have to do with the baby? Okay, your daughter's father died on April something, okay? Oh, the death that you were allegedly blamed for, but you won't elaborate or explain why. And why everybody despises you and why nobody will help you, including your own family. And we're all just supposed to accept that, and just aid you and help you monetarily, financially, spiritually, whatever.
Don't do this to me right now. Please make sure my baby good. When I went to that hospital, y'all, it was like 10 or 20 different doctors and nurses in that room. I never witnessed nothing like this before. I never, and I just see my baby laying there. He missed laying there, all cold looking, lifeless, and I just see them pumping his heart, just trying to bring him back to life.
You had him out in like the fucking cold, running around and shit. When he, like, what? I don't know.
I go in the room and I'm just laying over his body like, Zaire, mommy here. Oh, mommy is here. Please, I'm sorry. I apologize. You know I want you.
What do you think Joe Guerrero's thinking in this moment? You think he's like sitting back there fucking just like thinking, fuck yeah, this is gonna bring in the views, bro. This is gonna bring APS back to prominence, baby. She's gonna be the new fucking, oh my god, who was that Mexican that Joe was fucking in love with? Fuck, the old Mexican guy that was gonna beat his ass. or said he was going to beat his ass, but he was like too old to do anything. The fuck was his Danny from old Danny. She's going to be the next Danny. Old Danny. All right, well, fuck it. I don't know.
I'm sorry, you gotta be strong for mommy. You gotta pull
Gotta be strong.
Please come. This is all the stuff I'm saying. I'm like, please come back. Me and your sisters need you, baby. I need you. I need you. You don't know what you're gonna do to my life if you leave. I'm just praying.
Didn't you just say earlier that day that you didn't want the baby? Yeah, you probably feel like shit right about now, huh? Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe don't say shitty things and be a shitty person. And shitty things won't happen.
And I can look around and see the nurses and a lot of people just crying. And I'm just like, why everybody's so sad? Can y'all just help my baby, please? Like, why is everybody crying for? When these things normally happen, why is everybody crying? Please, God, just bring my baby back. The nurses come give me hugs. They like, we're gonna try our best to do the best we can to bring this baby back. But you have to step out the room. Me and the daddy, we hug each other, and I get to praying instantly over him. Like, things gonna be all right. Our son gonna be good. They gonna make sure he good. I'm like, God, please make sure my baby is okay. Please, I need that little boy. I need him. I need him.
Even though you were doing anything you could to fucking pawn him off on your mother, his mother, you fucking went around saying you didn't want him, fucking fighting with other baby daddies and shit. I mean, come on. Like, you know, I mean, yeah, it's fucked. Yeah, it's fucked. But the real victim here is that child, not you.
Oh, let's just step outside. I step outside, I see my mama, my sister, my cousin, and my brother all pull up. And they all give me a hug, y'all.
Got my mama and my cousin and my grandma in my coat.
I wish I could get them hugs often, because I don't get hugs no more from people.
Why? Why don't you get hugs from people? Did you piss off everybody you know? Did you push everybody away? Why is there no one around you? Because in my experience, when mortal beings won't speak to you, you fucked up. When mortal beings won't speak to you, you find a higher power. Then you start blaming that higher power for your issues, sort of like you're doing right now in real time.
Everybody that changed on me. Everybody switched up.
See? Look at that. Look at that. It's amazing. It's amazing. I can fucking read it. Oh, it's everybody else. Everyone else switched up. Everybody else's fault. Everybody did me dirty. God damn everybody else. Not Malaysia's fault. No, of course not. I mean, how was Malaysia supposed to know to fucking get a roll of quarters together to get a fucking rubber so she didn't get knocked up again? How should Malaysia know not to fucking sleep around with the fucking a third guy to get her knocked up? I mean, you know, how is a woman supposed to know? Come on, guys. I mean, shit.
Because they think I switched up, but people don't even understand. It was not my choice. Like, I mentally switched up because I lost a baby, somebody I cared.
Bitch, you were mentally switched up way before that. You said you didn't want him when he was still alive. What do you call that? Was that so that was you normal? That was before you, quote, switched up?
Everybody just give me hugs and stuff. They come out and say he did not make it. Y'all, I fell to my knees. I just felt so weak. I'm like, God, why? And that story, instantly, everybody besides me, because I just feel like I'm God's chosen one.
Of course you do. I know you do. She feels like she's God's chosen one. That's what I wrote in my notes right here at, let me see here. I wrote it down at 33 minutes and 46 seconds. She refers to herself as God's chosen one. And she's about to go into how CPS gets involved and fucking takes her kids away, but she won't explain how or why.
And I can feel things people can't feel. Everybody instantly thought my baby daddy, because how we fussed and the things we can get into, thought he had something to do with my son. And I would like to say this too. That boy loves our baby. Like, if y'all was there to witness the moments how he was with his child, y'all would know he loved that boy dearly. Everybody. I think he killed your baby, Malaysia. I think he got something to do with the baby being gone and shit like that.
So now you're both being blamed for death.
Everybody fussing at him, and I'm telling everybody, like, I don't think so. Like, I don't feel that in my heart that he did anything to my child. Like, a mother would feel that. I did not feel it at all. This the rough part.
Oh, this is the rough part.
Still homeless. Still have nowhere to really go. Me and the father.
No offense, but you're both full-grown adults, and you can both go fuck yourself. The victims are your kids. The kids. The kids. The kids. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? The fucking kids. The kids, you fucking goddamn ninny. The fucking kids. I was gonna zoom in on your fucking face and do a little bit, but I don't know. Fuck it.
My son died. It's just like the whole world shut down on both of us. Like, everything. And Daniel, he died with his daddy. Laying right next to his daddy. So y'all don't even understand what he go through daily about that. And to get them autopsies back that my son died, I'm gonna get into that. Wait till I finish.
But you don't get into it.
So, like
you
I
don't,
said,
you don't actually get into much of anything.
Everybody act like they love us now. Everybody want to be there. All this support just come out of nowhere. CPS got involved.
Why? Why? Explain to me why.
I lost all 3 of my kids in one day.
Imagine that. CPS gets involved, she loses all 3 kids immediately. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but CPS doesn't just, quote, get involved. CPS comes in when somebody has generally called them, when they've been alerted as to something happening, and normally an investigation is what takes place upon such a request or when a call like that takes place to CPS. I would say that they definitely held an investigation, a fairly formal investigation, and I would say that they realized, like all of us, those kids should not be with these fucking losers.
1, to God. 2, to, I'm not even gonna say the system because they not in the system, but I lost them. I lost custody. Temporary custody. I'm gonna say that because a lot of people be talking and don't even know what they talk about. I lost temporary custody, but my mother stepped in and got them.
Oh, so fucking, oh my God. So you fucking got what you wanted. Congratulations, bitch. You got what you wanted. You wanted to pawn your kid off on your mom. She didn't want to do it. She tried to tell you to be a mother. You didn't want to be a mother. So you went and fucked around. You fucking brought your kid out into the fucking cold doing God knows what because you wanted to fuck around, dick around. Something or another happens. Kid ends up not fucking living, which is horrible. I mean, you know, I am sorry for that. I'm sorry to the kid. You, I don't really know what to feel for you, if anything. I think you're more or less probably responsible, quite frankly. I mean, who else would be?
The day he died, I just remember everybody. This one thing stuck out to me. A friend of mine's, and I ain't trying to bash nobody, but things still stick with me. I don't forget anything. One friend of mine was like, and I know she won't.
She doesn't forget anything, but she sure leaves a lot of fucking details out.
I guess she thought she was doing the right thing, but I just lost my son within hours. So when she get out there, she basically saying like she think my baby daddy had something to do with it. basically telling me, all right, now it's time to wipe your tears, Malaysia, because you got things to do. You got to get right. And I'm just like, hold on. This is my first time ever losing a baby. This is my first time ever losing a child. How can I process the thought of having to get his funeral situated and still going on with life, and I just lost him hours later? So it rubbed me the wrong way, because it's just like, dang, that's insensitive to me, because you telling me, I understand you saying after the funeral is over, you got to get right, life still goes on, but in a moment right now, let me cry, let me be mad, let me grieve, let me do whatever it is I want to do or feel best to do, because I just lost a baby.
You hang out with mentally ill losers. And that's why they told you, oh, come on, Malaysia, dry your tears. We got to ride on this motherfucker. He killed your baby, Malaysia. We got to get him, girl. I guarantee you that's why she was saying, because she was saying that shit to you because you hang out with fucking mentally ill weirdos. Because you yourself are a mentally ill weirdo.
Do not tell me about what it is that I have to get handled. Let me feel my pain right now because I just lost a baby.
Yeah, don't tell her how to handle her business. She clearly has no idea how to handle any business.
So, after that, everybody just going back and forth. I'm the common denominator. Everybody is around me. I'm the one that everybody is coming to. People fussing over me, people fighting over me, who gonna be with her, who I should hang with, and all. I'm really in the middle. I just want the love. I don't care what nobody got going on. I just want the love and support. I just want people to be there for me. Like, even if I act weird or start acting different, do not let up on me, because I knew this was gonna be hard. Like, I knew it, and right now me having little to support, I got to be extra strong. And I don't like it, because I be needing people. Like, I really do need love, support, and I do need help.
I mean, you've got 3 kids by 3 different men at 27. I would say most people know that you're needy and that you need attention and that you fucking vie for it in any way that you can. You've proven that, and your kids are the ones that have to suffer for it even more than you do. Because at the end of the day, you're an adult. You can fucking make choices. Your kids have to just go along with what's set for them.
So I get to falling out with everybody. I'm just starting to fall out with everybody. And I didn't mention, my son was buried a week before his funeral because they...
Okay, check this out. This story, I actually think this story is a bunch of bullshit. She starts talking about how her son was buried a week before the funeral. Now, in the note... basically, she starts talking about how the wrong baby was buried. She tries to get a GoFundMe for the funeral put together, and it fails. She has a meeting with the funeral home, and they dig up the baby. The funeral home allegedly apologizes, and then they settle out of court. Malaysia threatens to sue anyway. The funeral parlor offers them $5,000 apiece, and they accept it. The funeral parlor also agrees to help them out with their living situation. Malaysia eventually changes her mind and she demands more. She accepted that the funeral parlor would pay for the hearse catering and a horse and carriage for a funeral, which I've never in my life heard of. They signed an NDA and still demanded more, which I don't think they understand how an NDA works at that point. They signed a second NDA, allegedly, and apparently was given more money. Eventually, her baby's daddy ends up in jail due to, quote, false charges, and apparently she says that her own blood will not help her. That was essentially the rest of the notes, but that's pretty much where we're going with the rest of this. She's going to go into some fucking bullshit story about her the wrong baby was buried and they got fucking screwed or some shit. It's a big insane story, fucking bullshit to try to screw these people out of money so she can go get a free house.
Mistakenly buried my baby for another baby. That was tragic too. They buried my baby. He was just in the ground. Baby, he didn't get a chance to have a good life. He was in the ground already, buried.
I need proof. I don't know. I honestly don't believe that. If this, especially if this is some like real, like reputable funeral home, there's no way that happened. I don't believe it.
And my son was supposed to get cremated because I didn't have all the money. I had to make a GoFundMe, and we didn't reach that goal. I had to make a GoFundMe for his funeral. And I was like, I'm just gonna cremate him because I don't have the money to bury him and to do all this stuff. My son was buried mistakenly for another baby. It's the one who
I don't know what the fuck that was. That was like Joe doing some weird ass cut, or he cut something out.
Owns the funeral home that my baby was mistakenly buried at. Well, we had his funeral at.
I don't believe that.
I had a meeting with him the day they unburied my child. They went and digged him up.
There's no way that any reputable, real place would do that and then, after realizing the mistake, go dig the kid back up. There's no fucking way. I don't believe that. There's no way. There's just no way.
The day of his viewing, and we had a meeting the day of his viewing, telling me that they apologize, things like this don't normally happen. Whatever it is y'all need, we'll help y'all with it. Y'all, I've been crying ever since then. Like, I barely even wanted to talk. So I'm just in there lost. I'm just like, my baby is gone, y'all. I'm really about to have a funeral. All this is really happening. Like, I can see it now. I'm about to fall out with everybody because everybody just becoming fake to me. I'm just in a meeting with my son's father, my aunt, my mama, my son's other grandma, and my friends. So my son's father, he like, we want to sue, but we want you to reimburse us everything else too.
We want to sue.
Basically saying that we sue is going to take this amount of time, it's going to take a long time, and we won't get no money out of him, meaning he won't reimburse us nothing that we paid for. My man stuck on my son's funeral is tomorrow. I need all this stuff in order tomorrow, which was April the 28th, on a Sunday. So we had a discussion. My son's father ended up coming with, you can reimburse us all our money and give us $15,000 apiece. This man said,
what? Like, wait a minute. So this would not have happened at a reputable fucking funeral parlor. How much you want to bet that because they're fucking broke as shit, it would not shock me? For one, it wouldn't shock me if this was all made up to begin with. But how much you want to bet they went to some fucking piece of shit, fucking run-of-the-mill, fucking fly-by-night hellhole shithouse fucking funeral home? Some fucking bum fucking loser that has no idea what the fuck he's doing was like the one that did this shit. They picked the fucking cheapest of the cheap, fucking bottom of the barrel shit, and now they're fucking pissed that they didn't get some fucking like goddamn fucking god tier service. Fuck you.
No, before he said that, before my son's father said that, he offered us $2,500 a piece. Now it ain't about the money, but my man don't.
But it's about the money. Don't fuck with me. It's about the money. Don't fuck with me. You straight up said you didn't even want this baby. You said it. At one point in the video, you fucking said it. Don't fuck with me.
I mean, math to me, it gotta add something. It gotta make sense to me because it's like $2,500 and y'all just buried my son mistakenly for another child.
So money doesn't matter, but what you're telling me is money does matter.
When I can sue this establishment and make this whole funeral home my son's.
What funeral? It's a fucking fly-by-night shithole. Like, what do you really have?
So I come now, I'm talking. I'm like, $2,500 is not enough. I don't even want your money. I just want a place for me and my kids to stay. Like, we just need a home right now.
You realize he could have just told you to fuck yourself. That's what he could have done.
So I can get them back in my care, because that's the only thing stopping me right now.
Imagine that. She's got her kids taken from her by fucking CPS, and she's out here fucking, like, trying to fucking big dog some fucking shithole funeral parlor for a fucking house.
he was like, okay, well, we can do that. We can make some arrangements happen. We can make that happen. But then I come to, I was like, oh, yeah.
Which, by the way, I don't believe that that was what was actually said. But if he did say it, he was just saying whatever the fuck he had to say to shut her the fuck up.
You ain't getting away with just getting us a home. I'm like, I still want to sue you because that's
you can't accept help and then sue. Do you understand? Do you understand that you're literally settling outside of court? You've already been told you're not going to get anything. Which, by the way, if they tell you that, that means either the establishment has nothing or you have no case. And then, I mean, let's be real. If you're accepting his terms, you're accepting his aid, you're accepting an out-of-court settlement. You can't just sue after accepting a settlement, you dumb bitch.
Acceptable. I don't care if it was a mistake or not. Mistakes like that shouldn't happen. Like, there's no way in hell my baby was buried a whole week before his actually funeral.
Okay, but apparently he was. And what's going to be done about it? Apparently nothing. So...
mistakenly for another child.
A baby you said you didn't want. So how bad do I really feel for you? Honestly. Not much.
Whew, Lordy. So we had to start. My son father asked them for $15,000 apiece. He said, I'm not rich now. I'm just like, you just asked us though, like you basically telling us to say what we want, and you got us. So he gave us $5,000 apiece.
And you accepted. But you accepted it. You accepted it. You accepted it, and that means that you were cool with it. If you weren't cool with it, then you say no and you fucking let the courts handle it. But you accepted the money, you dumb fucking bitch. You get what you fucking accept.
That's $10,000 altogether. I knew for a fact that was not it. But I'm going to take it, though. And the reason why
Of course you will. Because you're a dumb bitch. You're a dumb, broke bitch. And you'll fucking take anything people will give you because that's what you've always done.
Because my son's funeral was the next day. And I needed everything that I wanted for my son.
Oh, bullshit. They were going to fucking cop the whole thing.
Which including the limo, the catering,
limo?
the horse and carriage.
You mean hearse? Why would you need a fucking horse and carriage? Like, you're just trying to ball out at this point. I've never in my life seen a horse and carriage at a fucking funeral. And I've been to, like, military funerals and shit. And I've never seen that.
More flowers, all that stuff. Because I didn't have no money to get all that stuff. Someone to sing. A nice preacher.
By the way, everybody, I am a licensed reverend. If you need to hire me for your weddings or any fucking ridiculous services that need a priest, contact me at I don't know, hit me up on here in the comments or some shit. I don't know.
All that. The day of my son's funeral, nothing went as planned.
Yeah, well,
nothing went as planned.
That's life.
We didn't get everything that I asked for.
Nobody gets everything they ask for, Malaysia. That's life. That's how things work. I want to fuck a bunch of Asian hookers all day, every day. But that's, you know, where I'm not seeing them. You know, they're not fucking showing up. Don't know what to tell you.
I mean, it was a nice going funeral, but nothing was planned, like, at all. Like,
it was a nice funeral, but it wasn't the balling out fuck. There was no fucking Jay-Z and Beyonce. What the fuck?
It was just not like a funeral that I would have had my son going out to.
Nah.
And that's why for his first birthday, I'm gonna go all out. But I took pictures of everything. The preacher barely preached for real. Like, he won't touching me.
The preacher barely... It's a funeral! What are they... It's a funeral for a baby. What are they supposed to say? I'm not trying to be a dick, but when somebody dies and they give a eulogy, they speak about the person who died. Normally, it's like there's things they can say, but when it's a baby, let alone a newborn, there's really nothing they can say. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's the reality of it. The child didn't get a chance to live a life. So, I mean, there's nothing to be said. I'm sorry, but that's the fucking cold reality of it. Life is fucked. Life is cold. Fucked up things happen. It is what it is. This is the type of shit you need to be like speaking about with a therapist and not fucking Joe P. Guerrero at a fucking park bench in fucking goddamn whatever the fuckwad, Virginia or whatever.
I was mainly the one, you know, on the stage making sure everybody else good. They was trying to rush us to have the funeral, trying to get us out.
You're the saint. Everyone else is so fucking horrible.
I couldn't bury my son until the Wednesday.
I'm gonna go get some orange juice. I'll be right back, boys.
So everything was just out of order. I come back to him. I'm like, look, Andy. I bring him the NDA that we signed, and the $5,000. I was like, we ain't cash nothing, but $5,000 a piece is just not enough. Like, we don't have nowhere to go. We is really living out of a car. Like, me and this boy driving around every day to try to make some money in a car that's barely working. We don't have nowhere to go. I keep trying to push in. I know he can help us get some type of sources of, you know, housing. Like, he can really help us with some type of housing or get us in there.
Lady, like, it's a fucking funeral director, and you're like bitching at him because he won't fucking like hook you up with a free house. It's like, no offense, but you accepted his settlement already. In his mind, he's thinking, I'm fucking done. I ain't got to do shit. And why would he? Why would he think he's got to fucking help you? You took the money. You accepted it. Like, I'm sorry, but you fucking chose this, lady. Like, you literally chose this. God, this is so stupid. All right.
Long story short, from there, he ended up getting us another $2,500 a piece.
What the fuck, Joe?
All right, sorry about that.
Sorry, that was Joe's end. Sorry.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
So back to what I was saying, he gave us another $2,500, made us sign another NDA.
Signed another
so
NDA. He
gave us $7,500. I'm not gonna mention.
So he gave you more money.
The other parent, because it's like her business. But she did tell me, and I'm gonna say it's like a couple hundreds more than what he gave us. More than.
So let me get this straight. You and the other parent both just chose to accept the money and not sue. That tells me that you guys really didn't ever give a fuck about your kids. Neither of you. You never gave a fuck. Baby's father never gave a fuck. And the other baby's family never gave a fuck. The funeral director never gave a fuck. Long Money Joe doesn't give a fuck. This whole thing's a fucking just shit show of people who are all horrible. And quite frankly, you all need to just fucking fall in a fucking pit.
It's more than what he gave us. And
all of you are motherfuckers that should not be around kids, ever.
And up until this day, I still be trying to call his phone. Trying to see if like he'll help me like he said he was, because he definitely said he'll help me with housing and stuff. And it's it's now November the 14th. This happened April the 28th. It's 7 months away, like, and we still in the same situation. And not saying that it's not my responsibilities to get us out, but
because it is.
I've been through so much stuff. I really don't even know what to do but get up every day and just survive.
Get up every day and just survive. So, like you're doing now, sitting here dicking around with Long Money Joe making a fucking YouTube video hoping somebody's going to make you a GoFundMe. Like, that's exactly what you're trying to do. You're fucking just fucking bleeding and fucking babbling, hoping anybody will just fucking open their wallets and fucking give in. Well, you might have found the right people with the ATM army, but judging by the comments, I don't think you were received very well.
Make ends meet, like get some type of money.
Which means stealing. She's already said.
We won't be out here, like with nothing. I'm still staying at my mother's house. My son's father.
So you're not really with nothing. You're not really with nothing. You're staying at your mother's house. You have access to clean water. I guarantee you there's some semblance of food in the house. I doubt your mother's going to let her grandchild starve.
Father right now is incarcerated.
Imagine that. Baby's daddy is incarcerated, huh? Imagine that.
It's not looking too good for him either, and I'm not here to defend his name.
But you will.
Like that,
but you will.
He's not perfect either,
But you will.
Jail right now is not nowhere where he's supposed to be at, and the charges he got is like false charges.
Oh yeah. See, he's a victim too, guys. He was falsely charged. He was just riding around handling business. It's everybody else's fault. I mean, how dare you think anything other of otherwise of fucking God's chosen one here? This fucking pristine, beautiful Black Queen.
So I'm trying my best as well to help him with that, keep him level-headed too while he's in there. Like I said,
trying your best by making this video with Long Money Joe.
My youngest daughter, she'll be 5, and then I have another daughter birthday December the 1st, which is 2 weeks after this week.
Okay. Cool.
And all I'm doing right now, I just got back on my feet, is working as hard as I can so I can give my daughters whatever it is they need and also help myself out. I'm still looking for housing. I call them almost every day.
But you're not homeless, though. But you're living with your mom, so you're not homeless. You're not fucking homeless. I would agree broken. I would agree mentally ill, but you're not fucking homeless. Nice try.
On lists right now. And I be calling it every day, probably like 3 times a day.
All right, let's fucking wrap this shit up.
Before I go to sleep, I always pray. Pray and ask God for the things that I need and thank him for the things that he got, that I do have.
Oh my God. Blah, 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 blah. Fucking Jesus.
Child, you know exactly what I'm going through.
And now she's crying again.
Grief counseling.
Now she's fucking crying again. Jesus.
Family is blood. No, what they say, blood don't make you family, loyalty do. A lot of my family members definitely showed me through this tough time that family is not family like they say it is. I mean, I'm okay with that.
Okay, well, what that tells me, if your family won't fuck with you, despite all of this, I think that says a lot more about you. And I think that you need to maybe do a real, like, true intervention on yourself. You need to do, like, some serious self-reflection, and you need to consider why that is. I think that the best thing you could honestly do at this point would be to find yourself an affordable therapist, and I think that you might want to consider doing the same for your children, because they are going to need it. I think that you are going to be in for a long road, and I think that your life is going to be quite bleak if this is the trajectory that you plan on continuing on. You are not going to find any people out here that are going to be looking to hand you any fucking free house. That's not going to happen. You can keep hoping for it, but that's just not going to be the case. You know, I mean, honestly, if your kids are still in the custody of CPS, that's probably for the best. And, you know, I would hope that they're still keeping tabs on your children. I know you're not going to like to hear that. I know you're not going to like my video. And I honestly could not give a fuck less. I think you're a shitty person. I think that you put your kids in this situation. I think that you should feel terrible about yourself. And I think in a roundabout way, I think that you're reaping what you sow. And this is what you get when you do this type of shit to kids, and then you go and you want to fucking try to parade it around on the After Prison show and fucking Long Money Joe to try to get a bunch of fucking randos on YouTube to fucking give you money and praise and admiration. You thought you were going to get fame. You thought you were going to get all this shit for it, but you got fucking absolutely nothing. You got fuck all. And you're getting fucking burned. You're getting fucking wrecked in the comment section. Your video got about, what, maybe 5K views, something like that. And so, I mean, basically, you look like a fucking retard to anybody that'll fucking listen. Let's take a look at these comments, man. Look at this. Blah, blah, blah. Not taking a lick of responsibility. Fuck yeah. There's a lot I could say, but out of respect, I won't. I feel for her daughters. They need stability and guidance. She obviously isn't able to provide that. And watch. I guarantee you. Yep, there she is. But yet they good with me and anybody else. The fuck? I'm mentally fucked due to life, but God got us, and you can go to the deepest part of hell. Oh wow, you're a real sweet lady there, Malaysia. What a beautiful black queen. What a beautiful black queen. Yeah, Joe, where are your fucking tissues for this beautiful black queen? Yeah, we paying Lizzo $3 million to tell us who to vote for, and this lady living on the streets having to steal for her kids. Man, what a sad ass interview. Shit. Oh, here, you got a fucking Triple J Kicks is going to hit you up on Facebook. That's... Chances are he's going to send you a picture of his cock. So I would be careful. I'm willing to bet that's not the help you're looking for. Yeah, well, you know. This says, baby, don't blame yourself. It's not your fault. I say, baby, blame yourself. It's partially your fault. You said you didn't want the kid, and you had him out in the fucking cold and shit when he was having, like, breathing problems. Upon, like, being born. Maybe don't have him out in the fucking cold. But yeah, it seems to me like there were a lot more. Yeah, see, look at this. What you gonna do, APS fam? GoFundMe? Why not? I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it, man. Unbelievable. Sounds like you need a lawyer, ma'am. Well, she already fucking accepted payments and signed NDAs. So, quite frankly, I hope that she knows this. There's a chance that she could probably get sued for talking about all this shit. Here's this fucking really weird bitch that comments on all of Joe's videos and I swear like wants to fuck him. Where's Jersey B at? Where are you at, you Jersey bitch? I know you're in here somewhere. Oh, Jersey B. Man, what a fucking hoe. Alright, anyway, man. I know this was a long video. This isn't your normal afterFATshow episode, but it's just... I wanted to pick this shit apart. This fucking whole retarded interview pissed me off, and I wanted to rip this bitch to pieces. So, yeah, you know... You fucking gave your kids the life that they have to suffer through now, and I think you're a fucking piece of shit. So, fuck you, bitch. Cigarette Tony, out.